The parts of the ear can only vibrate at certain frequencies. This is a simple diagram of the ear. Remember that sound travels as vibrations or waves in the air. When these reach the ear, they make the bones and the nerves vibrate, which sends a signal to the brain and tells us what the sound is. The pitch of the sound depends on its frequency. So a wave like this with a high frequency would correspond to a high-pitched sound. Notice that the wavelength is also really short, as all sound waves travel at the same speed. So a high-frequency sound must mean it has a short wavelength. A sound wave with a high frequency, or a wave with a low frequency like this one, won't be heard by the ear. This is because the bones can't vibrate too quickly or too slowly, so there won't be any signal sent to the brain. So what are the frequencies that the bones and nerves can process? Well, humans can only hear sounds with frequencies between 20 Hz and 20 kHz. This is a range you may be asked to recall in an exam. Just remember both values are 20, one with normal units and one with killer units. So if we had a sound wave with a frequency of 50 kHz, then we wouldn't be able to hear it as its frequency is too high. On the other hand, if we had a 10 kHz wave, then we would be able to hear it. Its frequency is around the middle of our range of hearing, so the components of our ear can process these vibrations effectively. But do all people have this exact range of hearing? Well, actually, the range of human hearing decreases with age. This is because the components of the ear are damaged over time and become less sensitive. This can also happen more quickly because of illness or injury, but will always gradually occur with age. So if we have a young person and an old person and played a sound near both of them with a frequency of 20 kHz, then the young person would be able to hear this, but the old person would not. A sound like this would be very high-pitched and be painful to hear because of the stress it puts on your ear. Councils have previously used high-pitched noises like this one to clear out teenagers trespassing on property. Adults won't be affected by this though, as they can't hear this sound. But what about other organisms? Do they have the same range of hearing? Well, different animals have different ranges of hearing. Let's take a look at a few examples. Dogs will be able to hear sounds with frequencies between 50 Hz and 45 kHz. This is somewhat similar to human hearing, but with a greater upper limit, so they're more responsive to higher-pitched sounds like from dog whistles. This also helps them be more alert to potential dangers. Pigeons, however, have a shorter and lower range of hearing than humans. It's around 5 Hz to 10 kHz. The fact that they can hear lower-pitched sounds more easily helps them hear and prepare for distant storms. Cows and elephants are other examples of animals that mostly hear low-pitched sounds. Bats can only hear high-pitched noises between 3 kHz and 120 kHz. This lets them use high-frequency sounds for echolocation in the dark. Other examples of animals who mainly hear high-pitched sounds are dolphins and whales. You don't need to memorize these examples or even give estimates for an animal's range of hearing, but you do need to be able to explain why these ranges vary between different people and different species.
Thanks for watching. If you want to take your GCSE revision to the next level, head over to launchpadlearning.com and check out our smart learning platform that's been designed to get you top results in your exams. We cover your whole specification and make revision fun with interactive quizzes, easy-to-follow videos, and more. You'll be kept motivated by your own AI tutor who's here to support you every step of the way. To check it out for yourself, click here. Or click here to keep watching a selection of the videos from our full GCSE Physics course. See you there!